Ocean Mike welcomes our very first member. I'm going to get this set up. Not entirely sure how to. Mike says hello, level up, and welcome. Mike is getting the new fish of the day showcaser ready. Ocean Mike says hello, Jimmy and Ned. Ocean Mike is getting. Ocean Mike will get started in just a few minutes. Mike says we have 4 folks so far. Mike hopes you all are doing very well. Mike has a special request today. Set this up. Mike figured it out now. Mike says that's good enough. Mike says when we get a few more folks on, Ocean Mike says we can start Wicked Fish Wednesday. Ocean Mike will try to get a few more folks on right now. Ocean Mike hopes that everybody enjoys their day today. Mike says, by all means, Jimmy, take your time. Ocean Mike says the bot in his server has been having a lot of troubles recently with being able to ping everybody. Ocean Mike wanted to do something kind of fun over quarantine, Kenneth. Ocean Mike has not been doing too much, and Ocean Mike is really passionate about marine life. So Ocean Mike started doing it on Discord just for fun, and then wasn't encouraged to make a YouTube channel. So Ocean Mike decided, why not? So Ocean Mike moved his platform here and has been doing it for 62 days now. Ocean Mike says it's either 61 or 62. Mike says, hello, Pathless Beats. Mike says, if we get 10 folks and we can get started. Mike says, hello, Puck and Bug and USB cable. Ocean Mike says, we got a lot of folks now. Ocean Mike says, with that being said, buckle up, fellas. Ocean Mike says, things are about to get wicked. Safety goggles on. Ocean Mike says, we have a very special first request for Wicked Fish Wednesday. Ocean Mike has done this one before, but Ocean Mike was actually suggested to do this by a popular animator and YouTuber. Ocean Mike says, give it up for Set Metabolic's suggestion, the Leviathan. Ocean Mike will adjust this so you folks can see it a bit better. Ocean Mike says that the Leviathan is actually part of Hebrew mythology. Ocean Mike says it is actually a really cool creature that was said to be slain by the divines upon its attack on humanity. Ocean Mike says the Jewish people were said to beg and plead for help to be freed from this massive creature's wrath, and God was said to come down and strike down the Leviathan. Ocean Mike says it's pretty cool. Ocean Mike says that it was actually most likely mistaken for an oarfish, which is the longest bony fish on the planet. Ocean Mike says the oarfish is somewhat similar looking to the Leviathan, except it has no teeth, and it is completely harmless, despite its very long and eel-like shape. Ocean Mike says, holy crap, 50 viewers. Ocean Mike welcomes you all. Ocean Mike hopes that you all enjoy the stream. Ocean Mike says we have another request from Set Metabolic, and then you folks can start streaming in your own prehistoric or mythical marine creatures. Ocean Mike says Wicked Fish Wednesday is all about. Ocean Mike is not used to this mini iPad yet. It's a not blurry picture. So that will do, he hopes. He says, why isn't it showing up? Mike welcomes our 60 viewers. Mike will try again to get that. Photo. Ocean Mike hopes you are all having a great Wednesday, though. Ocean Mike might just have to show it on the browser. Ocean Mike says, "Oh well." Ocean Mike's day has been very well, thank you. Ocean Mike says that for today's second suggestion, also suggested to us by Set Metabolic, Ocean Mike says we have the famous, or sometimes infamous, mermaid. Ocean Mike wanted to keep a fun picture from Disney movies, Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Ocean Mike says that the mermaid first appeared in 1000 BC, back in ancient Greece. Ocean Mike says that the mermaids weren't very kind back then. Ocean Mike says they were thought to lure sailors to their death. Ocean Mike says that they were supposed to have pleasant songs, much like in The Little Mermaid. However, those pleasant songs were not meant for kind ears. They were meant to draw in sailors and kill them in the deadly rocks. Ocean Mike says, if any of you other folks have any more suggestions, keep it going. Ocean Mike does it live. Ocean Mike says, yes, mermaids are very similar to sirens in ancient Greece mythology. Ocean Mike has done that one, Jimmy, but Ocean Mike will start with USB cables. He says, first the latest problematicus Jormungandr. Ocean Mike has not done that one before, but Ocean Mike would be happy to. Accidentally tapped on the soccer guy. Ocean Mike says the famous world serpent. Ocean Mike first needs to actually look it up. For some reason that picture saved, but the other ones didn't. Mike apologizes for that. Mike says, here we have Jormungandr, aka the world serpent. Ocean Mike says most people might be familiar with this from the game God of War. Ocean Mike says that it actually was somewhat of an ally in that video game. Ocean Mike says that Jormungandr, Ocean Mike has a trouble pronouncing that, he apologizes. Ocean Mike says it was thought to circle the world, or Midgard. Ocean Mike says it was a child of Loki and a giant goddess. And Ocean Mike says that it was thrown into the ocean that surrounded Midgard and circled it itself. Ocean Mike hopes you guys are having a good time. Ocean Mike says we've dropped down to 10 viewers, 8 viewers, but Ocean Mike hopes that everybody's enjoying their time so far. Ocean Mike says we've lost viewers fast. It is a pandemic. Ocean Mike loves the helicorporeon. Ocean Mike actually is mainly familiar with it from Hungry Shark World. Ocean Mike says it is really interesting to do with quote unquote whorl jaw, which might spell WHORL. Ocean Mike has actually done a Kelpie before. Ocean Mike will go over it right after this. Ocean Mike says it's a bit glare filled, but Ocean Mike hopes you can all see it somewhat well. Ocean Mike says that these were some apex predators back in the time, in the ancient prehistoric times. Ocean Mike says that these massive beasts had shark-like qualities. However, they were famous for their bottom jaw, which was in a whorl pattern that it used to get a harder grip on prey. Ocean Mike says that they are pretty cool to look at and they were very dangerous. Ocean Mike will now go over the Kelpie. Ocean Mike says the Kelpie is very interesting. Ocean Mike says that they are horses, like literal, like drowned horses that will take people into a watery grave. Ocean Mike was introduced to these a long time ago when he was in like elementary school because he used to read the what were they called? Ocean Mike says the Spiderwick Chronicles. Ocean Mike had this big book of creatures from the Spiderwick Chronicles, and this was one of them. Ocean Mike thought it was the coolest. Ocean Mike says that this is the Kelpie. Ocean Mike says they are shape-shifting water horses that would lead unsuspecting travelers to their watery grave. Ocean Mike says you could also find them in the manga Berserk, which Mike believes. Ocean Mike says that they're very cool looking, very mysterious and evil. Ocean Mike says that they are from Scottish mythology. They would say they would come out of lakes and rivers and ponds to take down travelers. Ocean Mike says yes, Scottish and Irish mythology. Ocean Mike thinks that it's pretty cool. Ocean Mike welcomes you, Hero. Ocean Mike hopes you are enjoying the stream. Ocean Mike will do 2 more, and then Ocean Mike will wrap up this wicked Fish Wednesday. Ocean Mike says the saber-tooth anchovies. Ocean Mike will do what he must. Ocean Mike shows you the saber-tooth anchovy. Ocean Mike says that these were prehistoric versions of our anchovy. Ocean Mike says, however, they were close to a meter long. Ocean Mike says, unlike our anchovies, they had a sharp row of teeth within their thin jaw. Ocean Mike says that they were quite vicious. They would travel in swarms, much like current anchovies. Ocean Mike says that even though they had vicious teeth, they were still primarily no match for the larger predators, such as the Megalodon, Mosasaurus, Leopleurodon, and Helicoprion. Ocean Mike says, sadly, the cookie cutter shark is still in existence today. Ocean Mike will be happy to do it on either Fun Fish Friday or a future Fish of the Day, though. Mike will take one more epic Wicked Fish Wednesday suggestion. Ocean Mike has not talked about the kappa. Ocean Mike says they are primarily found in rivers, but Ocean Mike will be willing to make an exception. Ocean Mike was obsessed with the kappa when he was younger. Ocean Mike thought that they're really cool because Ocean Mike used to watch this show called Destination Truth, where they would go around looking at folklore and like searching for these mythical creatures in real life to see if they were real. And Ocean Mike says that one of the most interesting episodes with the kappa because they found some weird corpse. Mike says not the clothing brand. Ocean Mike will now show you a traditional depiction of the kappa. Ocean Mike says that the kappa is from traditional Japanese folklore. Ocean Mike says in ancient Japan, they thought the kappa was a river-dwelling yokai demon or imp that would dwell on the rivers and take down fishermen that would get their fish from the rivers. Ocean Mike says they were almost resembled turtles with a little plate on their head. Ocean Mike will consider your question, Jimmy. Ocean Mike will do one more. However, Ocean Mike says probably ancient prehistoric. Mike says jellyfish has fallen. We'll put him back up. His rightful spot. Mike says he doesn't really want to stay up though, now does he? Mike will make it work. Mike says jellyfish is being quite difficult on him today. Mike apologizes for jellyfish's stubbornness to stay up and participate in Wicked Fish Wednesday. Boom, which finally got jellyfish to stay up. Ocean Mike says George W. Bush is not a mythical sea creature, however. Ocean Mike will do the tight niche it is. I think it's pretty sure this is the Doncleosteus. Yes, it is either. Ocean Mike says these are close relatives of the Dunkleosteus. Ocean Mike says they share many similar qualities. Ocean Mike says similar to the Dunkleosteus. Ocean Mike actually has a physical model for this one. Ocean Mike says these bad boys look just like this. Ocean Mike says that the Titanichthys was a very large carnivorous fish. Ocean Mike says they were not shark. However, they were very vicious as they had the brute force to back it up. Ocean Mike says that the Titanichthys had very hard scale plating over the top half of its body that allowed it to get into corals with other marine creatures much easier without taking as much damage. Ocean Mike says they were very closely related to the Dunkleosteus, however, lacked the massive size of the Dunkleosteus. However, they are still very large. Ocean Mike is glad you had fun, USB cable. Ocean Mike says good night and have a great rest of your day. Ocean Mike says that actually wraps up the stream. Safety goggles off, fellas. Ocean Mike says, thank you everybody for coming in, whether you stayed for a minute or two or for the whole stream. Ocean Mike says, have a great rest of your day, friends. Ocean Mike says, goodbye, fishy friends.